There is a loneliness that constantly floats in our world. I myself are not immune to it, and many of us are dealing with it right now. In college, that has always been the case with most students, domestically, internationally. One day, I sat down with Stanley,
My name is Stanley, and I come from Malawi in the southern part of Africa.
and this is how our story begins.
Malawi is a very warm and community oriented country. It's also known as the warm heart of Africa because of how welcoming and friendly people are. Life there is deeply connected to community, culture, music, food, relationships. I can say music is a big part of everyday life, from gospel and traditional sounds to Afrobeats and local music that bring people together during celebrations and gatherings.
You can feel the warmth that Stanley has for home. It carries with him.
My day usually starts with checking messages from home because of time difference, of course. During the day, I try to balance schoolwork with personal projects like developing apps. One thing that keeps me grounded is taking small moments for myself, like playing piano, listening to music, talking to family, or simply resting before starting work again.
A few days later, I got a text from Andy that he wanted to catch up with me. So we met up at Argyle, spent some time hanging around at St. Boniface Cemetery. He recalled his UIC days with me as one of his weird experiences that he could never forget.
I went to UIC, did 2 years there, double major program, and like was doing pretty good. And then so I got like wrist injuries on both of my wrists, and essentially like I couldn't use computers anymore. That's when I had to switch to analog. I felt like it was just easier, but
It wasn't all that easy. Of course, we had orientation, but there were still moments where I was feeling out of place, adjusting to a different culture, communication style, and even classroom environment. But slowly it stopped feeling unfamiliar and started feeling normal. The pressure comes from trying to balance so many things at once. You're adapting to a new education system and environment while also trying to meet academic expectations. Sometimes it feels like there is never enough time, even when you plan everything well. As an international student, you also carry a lot of expectations from back home. So there is always that pressure to succeed and make everything worth it.
like I don't think my body worked really well at creating dopamine. And so I just struggled with like a lot of things I did. I felt personally like a lot of pointlessness with, or like not satisfaction, or, feeling, I don't know, really just proud of anything.
It was at that point the dam broke when I heard the rest of their stories.
A few months after coming here, I lost my sibling back home. At the same time, I had a final presentation and assignment due.
As I tried to process the emotion, Andy took over the rest, and this is what he shared.
But I think there is a fallacy of people telling you that if you have nothing wrong in your life, you need to go search for something wrong, and you need to be sad and depressed to make anything worthwhile. Because I will say that making art while really depressed isn't very fun or entertaining in any way, because it's mostly just extremely debilitating and you won't be able to get up and actually work towards it.
So he recalls.
I've had friends, particularly one I've had since kindergarten, who's, had dealt with like alcoholism. In recent years had gotten to the point where he would call you and basically just go on like what seemed like schizophrenic rants that didn't make any sense. And so all you can really do is kind of be there for that person and kind of, I mean, this is like purely just talk about someone who's dealing with substance abuse and less so like it being used to achieve goals. But I mean, at least all you could do is be there for that person. And then, you know, if you have the capacity to put up with how angry you'll probably inevitably be at them for it, and can kind of like go through the long ups and downs, they're falling back into it, going back out of it. He's doing better now.
So, with all of that, how did you cope with it?
For me, music became more than entertainment. It became a way of coping. I listened to a lot of gospel music and I also play the piano.
Just, did some therapy, which shout out therapy, talked to some specialists, kind of figured things out, talked to people, had a lot of good friends and like partners at the time who kind of just were like very there to kind of help me with what I need. So just kind of having a support system is always very great.
I'm not perfect at it, of course, but those quiet moments with music helped me process emotions, calm my mind, and get through some difficult periods. I know a lot of people are dealing with pressure in different ways, and everyone's experience is different. But one thing I've learned is that difficult moments don't last forever, even when they feel overwhelming. So I would say keep going, be patient with yourself, and don't underestimate how strong you really are. You've got this.
And so you see, pressure doesn't wait for any of us. It doesn't have a deadline. But through it all we could do is be strong, be kind, and be patient. And maybe that's the lessons at the end of the day.
Be strong. God will take care of you.